Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be showing you a project where finished carpentry and drywall intersect. Normally we do the drywall first and overlap the finished carpentry onto it, but for this project we needed to overlap the drywall onto the finished carpentry. The first thing we did was install 1x4 strapping, 16 inches on center, horizontally. So I like to tack it in with a 15 gauge. Once we have it all tacked on, then we lace it up with 2-inch screws. I kept the boards back to the back edge of the drywall. This will make a little more sense later as you see how I tie it in. Now I'm checking my floor to ceiling measurement to see if there is a measurement that will work for all of it. I will go to the shortest one, probably leaving a 1/2 inch gap because we are going to be putting baseboard on the bottom. But we can start 93.5 for this wall, and by the end of this one it gets smaller. So I just got this nice new DeWalt saw stand. And it makes bulk cutting really easy. When you flip up the ends on the supports, you can just butt the material into it. What might not be that easy is figuring out the learning curve on adjusting the base. Don't film that. I always start by square cutting one of the ends, butt it up against your saw stop after flipping the end up, and then you get a consistent length cut every time. But it never hurts to double check. 93.5. First I got my daughter set up cutting the pieces, and once I had enough offcuts, I went and laid them all out against the walls. This is how you can make sure you wind up with decent sized pieces on the ends instead of a tiny little filler strip by accident. I always ease the edges of my cuts where they will butt up against the ceiling because I find that it just accepts the paint better. I always plumb the first piece really well, but I also will periodically check it along the way to make sure it's not wandering out of plumb, and for fastening we are using 18 gauge brad nails, making sure to place them on the tongue where it will be buried by the groove. I usually use an offcut to tap the pieces together, but this stuff went together so well it was barely necessary. Sometimes you'll find yourself having to take out extra material from the backside because of the way the boxes stick out. It stops you from being able to slide the piece over the box and onto the groove. So I've been talking a lot here, and you guys are pretty smart, so I'm gonna let you just watch and figure out what I'm doing with a little musical montage. See? I knew you guys would be able to figure out what I was doing without me explaining everything. And you know, I was really vibing with that song, to be honest, and this video has been sitting on my hard drive for 7 months because voiceovers just go into the too hard category for me to put the time in to edit. So let's get another song going and finish this video. Okay, I'll throw you guys a bone here. So those shims are to bring the nosing of the bead out to flush with the other one, and all that shaving away was to make sure that the mesh tape was going to get buried. So we pre-filled, let it set, then I applied mesh tape, which is more than adequate when you do proper preparation, which I did in this case. And then we do another coat of quickset to embed the tape and fill the beads out flush before doing a couple coats of all-purpose. So it's nice and solid after the quickset firms up, but we need to do something about that gap. So I'm just going to fill it full of caulking, and then when I wipe it out, I'm going to try and pull as much material out as I can. Between coving it out and then also the shrinkage, it's going to end up looking just like one of those tongue and groove joints. So here it is all finished up. When the wall gets painted, it will blend in pretty seamlessly with the tongue and groove wood. So unfortunately, I didn't get any good clips of this space when it was finished, but I do have a little bit of footage that my daughter filmed when she was just walking around. So I'll show you guys that at the end of the video.
And then if you go in here, this is the sauna. You know, it's cute. Dad and I put it together. Controls are all there. Anyways, towels. Again, lights. Oh, power's off in here right now. Oh well. Anyways,